Yes, it's called Cyrus Says. Very excited. I'm very excited because I was, I went to the proctologist and he says all is good. One end is okay, the other end they'll check later because during lockdown I want to see a psychiatrist because I think it's overrated, the whole experience when you're already depressed and anxious. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that we've got a huge week of sport coming up. Almost 5-7 good days for me at least. You have the Euro Cup, which is getting hotter and better, and we've got the experts to come and talk to us about that. And we have the World Test Championship on the 18th. I have spoken to our Prime Minister. I mean, it was a one-way conversation where I said, "Sir, can you give us a public holiday?" And I got some backlash for that, saying that the last 60 days have been public holidays, so F off. Well, not exactly in those words, but words to that effect. However, joining me right now are two of the greatest commentators on the history of sport, virginity, and why you need to eat egg whites. Let's introduce Karthik Iyer and the one and only Abhijit Ganguly, who have a show called Football Shootball. I've written it down somewhere. It's one of the hottest running shows in the history of the world. In China, you all have huge following, apparently. And which
right next to Amir Khan.
There you go. Is he still popular? Or every time there's a break in diplomatic relations, you think they replace Amir Khan with, we'll go back to Lin Dan. Ding!
It's either Amir Khan or us now actually. So yeah. So
and this is all because of Football Shootball. Who's more knowledgeable out of the two of you? Karthik, Abhijit? Pregnant? I assess the question.
So I'll take cricket, let Abhijit take football, or we can do vice versa. Like it doesn't.
I think, yeah.
Now the Brahman versus the Bengali. For me, this is the fight of the century. I would set this up over 36 episodes, and I would put the Parsi in the semi-final on one side, and I'm trying to think who I should put. Maybe a Chinese scholar like Farhan or Hyun Sang on the other side in the two semis. Wow, this would be great. You guys, the two who play the least amount of sports but know the most about it. Fabulous.
I beg to differ. I play a lot of football these days,
football को football नहीं बुलाते सर, वो ball बुलाते. It's completely different, that kind of game. Are you allowed to play? I don't even know. We are sort of allowed.
It started opening right now, so you can play in turf and everything. So I've been
like groups can play, but nobody, no policeman comes with a big stick and screams in Haryanvi, half time, which is.
No, not no, and it's legal. So basically, I'm playing in Bombay only. So yeah,
we live in a time where you have to tell me that it's legal to play football. How democracy has collapsed completely. I mean, two adult men having a conversation where you're the boss, it's legal, we can play football. Jesus. Okay, let's get back to the main topic, Euro Cup, guys. What a night it's been. I'm looking at these statistics I've written down. Let's just talk about that group of death first. You've got Germany and France. And you want to take us through that game? Because from what I saw, Germany had more possession, 62% possession to 38, which is seriously more possession. They also had more shots, 10-1. And yet, at the end of the day, they still look like the weaker team, in spite of all these statistics. So football's, I presume, Abhijit, you're the lead here.
So first of all, I would like to full disclaimer, I'm a huge German supporter, German football team supporter. So I badly supported the Mannschaft.
German supporter. It's not like the parliament is in session and there's a Ganguly ko pakaro. It's not going to be like that.
These days, you never know what is presumed as what GPC saying a German supporter becomes like something else. So that's why
three of our friends from JNU got bailed today, no? Or yesterday, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Court rules.
Getting there. So,
sorry.
So but basically, honestly speaking, it was kind of expected only that because France team and pace. So even though Germany had a lot of possession, it's about what you do with the possession. So France had the clear-cut chances. They had 2 more goals ruled out because of offside. So yeah, it was a dominant display from the people who were expected to win. So yeah.
But if you look at the bare statistics, Karthik, please jump in here.
You're right, Cyrus.
Against the run of play, France has won. But I saw the game and it never looked like that while watching the game.
Look like that. Here's the thing: the three things that Abhijit said about the own goal and the 2 disallowed goals, none of them are described in the stats that you're reading. So that means the stats really doesn't work. You need to watch 90 minutes of action. You need to watch 90 minutes of Mbappe running like a road runner. The only reason he's offside is probably just too quick for his own good. That's why he was offside. Yeah, it was brilliant.
That's a huge question to bring up. How can you be unquick? Because you're fastest 30-40 meter runner in the team in a sense. You can't break. I mean, people always think if you only was 1 inch behind, which you see on screen. How does it? You can't do that. You're going full tilt and you're trying to score. That's the sprint moment in footy. But
there were a couple of chances where Mbappe, like the Hummels last last ditch sliding
Rocky,
tackle.
5-love against your favorite nation in your mind.
If they're dominating, how do you defy like what was
Fair enough.
what just happened or not happened? So yeah,
So,
France.
Abhijit,
Sorry, continue.
No,
Yeah.
sorry. No, I'm just trying to think. Again, see, I don't think I should not be asked to talk about football. I only enjoy it. I can't really. It's not like cricket for me. It's like the girlfriend versus the wife. I won't tell you who's who. But coming back, at my age, can I afford a girlfriend? Coming back, it just felt that Germany was maybe, in spite of these stats, was a little tentative. You always felt that they were I wouldn't use the word defensive, but the team which felt they were below the other team in a sense. When
So
like an
personally,
under-19
I would say that I was decently pleased by the German performance because if you remember, the last international World Cup, was horrible for the German football team. So there were huge suspects on how good would Germany be this time around. And although they in their, I think, practice matches, they had a 7-1 drubbing. They scored 7 goals against some team. So yeah, it was
also lost to North Macedonia.
Yeah. So it was a little. I was a little suspect on how good or bad the team will be. So I was, but decently pleased with the performance all over. So Germany played decent, but of course France is the best team in the world right now. Their loose immigration policies have made them a really great team.
This is the typical Indian philosophy that I remember growing up in cricket terms. When West Indies would beat us, it'd be okay because they're the best team in the world. 80s, 90s ki baat, obviously. But, you don't lose to the other team. So you allow them rider.
They were already the best team and now they've added Benzema to the mix. So it is insane, what all they can do right now. It's scary, really. France is too good. As I'm saying, that's the biggest point towards loose immigration policies is France football team.
This is a racist comment if I've ever heard one, bro. The one thing that brings the country together is the fact that they have colored people, ethnic
not colored.
people.
I'm not saying ethnic. I'm saying not just in terms of if I can say that black people. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in loose. Like France is generally known to have a very loose immigration policy, and that has helped them a lot in. Footballing terms at least. Wow,
you
made me feel like such a bad guy suddenly.
Yeah, what the hell are you saying? Because they're so flexible, now they've got North Africans everywhere, they've got Africans everywhere,
I'm not
and
talking
they've got
about just
Frenchmen
Africans. I'm not talking about just Africans. I'm saying in general.
So which Chinese player or Chinese descent players in the team? Go on, I'll wait for 5 minutes. Mr. Football Expert. You can't get out of this one, bro. You're really upset with France, aren't you? You politicize the issue. Karthik, say something. He's screwing up football.
There is a school of thought where players like Karim Benzema are criticized a lot in the France by the far right in the France there. And it's not just Benzema. I'm using the example because he's probably the most prominent name. It does. It goes back to Zidane. But now, and I've been reading a lot of articles by a lot of much greater writers than us in the Western world who
bloody sarcastic Indians.
who are pretty much saying that this has helped in inclusiveness in French society. There are issues everywhere.
Thank you, Karthik, for saving me over there. I think Cyrus was just outright trying to cancel the hell out of me.
I understand the subtle layers that Karthik is trying to get into here, but the fact of the matter is on the front, if you look at it as a headline, the fact that they have different ethnic sort of combinations in the team makes France look good. And France has very strong policies towards, no tolerance of strong religious sentiment and all that. If they've gone the other way, compared to say secular India, who allows, I will start a religion, 3 of us can start a religion and we'll do whatever we want in 5 minutes here. So on the face of it, it's nice that they have those. I know Benzema, let's leave him aside because there's a lot of controversy over that return, etc. And that's another issue. It goes, I think, a little beyond race.
Or something,
yeah, that's about let's not get into it. That's another show for another day. But so I can't.
We always talk about that a little bit, don't you think? So even Kangana, not every time we are talking, somehow that comes up.
But Abhijit, are you finding a negative spin to the fact that they have other ethnicities?
No. There's nothing. That's what I'm saying. It's helped them so much. That's the joke. Firstly, I was saying that in a kind of a light way, but that's a thing that I'm saying that has
helped. Immediately.
Yeah, there's no Vakil. There's the wife googling. There's no Vakil. There's the wife googling legal implications. So but it's obviously helped them a lot. in terms of football, and they have the best team absolutely in the world. So yeah, it's amazing.
Well, I put it this way: 200 years ago, there was no guy called Mbappe in France. I mean, that would not be a common name. But now there will be plenty. Let's move on to Portugal, because a little controversy there as well off the field. We'll come to that later. First, is he the best? I mean, two in a few minutes.
No, not at all right now. How can we see Mbappe play like that and say that?
Karthik's reaction is totally different.
See, I'm not talking about if you're saying right now, or we are saying like one of the greatest and all that. That I'm saying right now,
the
best
he's already achieved. It's like
exactly.
that. How can you deny him that? I'm saying right now at 36 with his six-pack abs or whatever.
See, here I'll tell you, Abhijit doesn't like him. This is a tweet liked by him yesterday. Okay,
it's funny.
And this is a Coca-Cola bottle with Ronaldo. I found it funny as well. This is a screenshot that I've shared with groups based on a tweet that he's liked and from the last night. So yeah.
Doesn't like French people of any color. Doesn't like Ronaldo. Just likes the Germans. That was very strange. This man. Yeah, his connections. Yeah, we'll have to set that up a little bit though. So just before the match, he had a press conference where Ronaldo. If people can take a look at that video, I don't think we have time now to put it up. It's a short one. He sits in front of the podium, and there are two Coca-Cola bottles. He immediately sees them and he almost violently takes them away and then picks up a water and says agua loudly, like, no to Coke, agua. And of course, jokes are...
Here's the thing, right? The internet doesn't forget. So immediately following that, there are photos of Ronaldo when he was slightly younger as part of some club. I think it was United, being sponsored and holding Coca-Cola cans and advertising for Coke. So he may have changed. He may want you not to think that he drinks Coke anymore.
Hey, bro.
But
I'm looking from an Indian political point of view. I mean, if you're on the TMC one day, then you go to the BJP and you go back to the TMC. I mean, that's okay. They can show pictures of you in the BJP and you can say, yeah, kuch ho gaya us din, bimar tha, COVID, whatever. And for that reason, the Ghar Wapasi is going on as we speak. So, but I wonder whether what you're saying is correct, which is as he's evolved, suddenly this cold drink, he's talked about his kid, if you go through the whole thing, Junior, how Cristiano Junior, he just doesn't allow him to drink cold drinks. I mean, one of the richest kids in the world, not like our kids who are like, Daddy, paisa hai Coca-Cola ke liye? Hey. Here it's like, fridges filled with it.
Crunches, 50 crunch.
And no fried food.
But here's the thing I wonder now. And again, if I can take it slightly more seriously, will Ronaldo be fined for this action? Osaka didn't do one of her duties during the French Open, which was supposed to be going to the media and speaking to them.
Correct.
Seemingly insignificant, but she was fined. And
the sponsor. So,
correct. So now I really want to know if Ronaldo is going to be fined by UEFA. Because he brushed aside.
Right now, UEFA can't do jack shit because
you convinced me.
UEFA is already in a lot of trouble because of the Denmark game. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to go back to that one. But I'm saying that when you look at it, money is paid and they are getting paid because capitalism sort of is part of football. It's not like they're doing it for free. It's an NGO called Portugal, and he's helping them. It's not that. Although it looks like that sometimes in the old days. But I mean, he can't have it both ways, bro. He's a multi-millionaire, and okay, he doesn't want to endorse, so don't endorse it. It's there. Don't point to it. But the sponsor, I just think there's part of the deal. Guys, tomorrow as a comedian, if Johnny Walker is sponsoring your shows, you can't just turn around and push the bottle away. I mean,
See, first of all, Ronaldo is Ronaldo. Ronaldo is like he can do a lot of things and he can get away with. Yeah, I mean, I won't say bigger than football, but he's definitely.
I think Karthik is spot on, bro. If Osaka is fined for what is a formality, which is part of the entire tradition of the game, and they said, okay, listen, it's like being a member of a club. You want to follow the rules or not? She didn't, so they took whatever. She took action herself. But here, he's done something where he's disrespected the sponsor, literally. I mean, it's a very violent act here. He can't do more than that. And then he's seeing Agua. An idiot like me can follow that he's promoting water and saying no to Coke.
But I think most of the people, even with Osaka, were on her side. Like, everybody was against the authorities and everybody was of the view that if she's not, she's not in the mental space to do that press conference, it's great.
They don't play tennis. You're earning $100 million a year, the number one paid female athlete of the world. You're loved by all races because of your mixed ethnicity, the thing that you like the most. I mean, what are you talking about, man? Don't play. If you're not a mental space, don't play. The great Viv Richards went to a psychiatrist in the Australian tour in 76. It's okay. If you're not ready, you do whatever it takes. I don't know.
But are we being insensitive, Karthik? If a person is willing to play but not take a press conference, is that something that you should not be like? They should be lambasted.
Yes, there's a group. Tennis is tennis is run by everybody, no? It just can't be run by the three great players of that generation. So I don't know. This is my personal belief: is that these guys their fragility they're taking too far. You know, I mean, come on, bro.
I mean, even if that day they don't feel well after the match, if somebody does not feel well, I mean, situations like that definitely do happen. That they do skip a press conference. So
that's a physical issue on the spot where he got injured or whatever and he can't talk or he's out of breath or this is different. This is something where she's had time to think. She's not in a great space. She's feeling anxiety, negative, depression. She suffers from depression. Probably she's been watching our podcast. You know, the woman just doesn't seem to recover. So I don't know, man. And Cristiano doesn't know what he's doing. The biggest name in the business.
He knew exactly what he's doing.
Exactly. But there's a little arrogance there also in his righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Let's just give a decision now.
Yeah. but I would think that if you're trying to go against Cristiano, don't just keep guzzling cokes. Yeah. If anyone wants to make a point, please don't go and start downing cokes tomorrow. It is probably not the best.
All Messi supporters are killing them.
So Coke can pay Messi. Actually, I think you guys are great on this one. Coke can pay Messi all their budget for advertising because, you know, it will be superb. It will become like India-Pakistan. You'll just get a huge effect. It'll probably go in their favor with all the Messi supporters across the world, including India, downing Cokes and saying...
Wouldn't that be hilarious if Messi makes a shift from Pepsi to Coke right now? Wouldn't that be so friggin'
Why can't he do
amazing?
Both? Maybe they can come to an understanding. You know? In the words of Martin Luther King, I had a dream where people can drink different colored bottles of Coke and Pepsi. Oh, the same color anyway. Yeah, okay. Let's get back to the game though. So 3-love, was there a fair indication or did they get lucky with a couple of goals?
Cyrus, 100% stadium was filled. That was the only thing I remember from the game. Budapest
60,000 people.
Rocking. I was watching it. I mean, we're here, three of us in India. I was watching it and I was like, my mind boggled. Like it's in this world, it's not too far away, Budapest. Maybe a few of us, maybe not us, but some people from here could have afforded to go and watch the game there. And it was brilliant to see.
They're both words we hear all the time, Buddha, pest. We hear it all the time in our culture. But, you know, I get what you're saying. It's about the game, then it goes beyond the match. Just the fact that football's at its finest, one of the great icons, you know, performing at his best, and 60,000 people watching Hungary return and get humiliated, but that's beside the point.
But they did not really, I mean, the scoreline does not say.
That's what I asked you.
Actually, yeah, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you would say Portugal got lucky with that score. Would probably 1-love or 2-1 would have been a better. Yeah.
I mean, they had till 80th minute. It was 0-0, and I mean, obviously, the crowd played a huge factor because they were completely supporting the team, and Portugal were looking really frustrated. And I don't know. It's a group of death. Let's see how Germany versus Portugal turns up. That's one I'm really looking forward to. So yeah.
France, Portugal. How do you rate that one?
I doubt France. Yeah, France, because of certain factors. I won't say any, but they might just. You're
going to get a visa, brother. Whatever the color of your skin and religion, you'll not get a visa to France. Karthik, what's your take? You think France is so dominant?
I think the only way they can lose, and France, they are always close to this, is if they self-implode. They've done this before. They've done this in 2002. They've done it quite a few times when Anelka went and left home. And there's a chance here because Olivier Giroud is already saying that Mbappe doesn't pass to me. Mbappe is giving press conferences to respond to him when Mbappe does not give press conferences. It's something that we're familiar with.
He hasn't given one sort of situation.
Yeah. He hasn't given one in 2 years. And he suddenly comes in the press conference and says, I was very hurt by what Olivier Giroud said. Benzema missing a few chances yesterday. I don't know. Maybe there is something that will build up there and that won't be the
case. Again, coming back to his point that they aren't united and that the politics will divide them. And
I think that's the only way they're not winning this tournament. I think they're going to win it.
I really doubt that'll happen because again, it's not a fresh kind of a team. It's a very well-oiled machinery. They have had the same team for a lot of years and won tournaments already. So I really doubt that'll happen. Honestly, Oliver Giroud will not even. Like, he's a great guy. I really love the kind of goals he scores. It's amazing. But most likely he won't even feature in the playing 11 unless it's a dead rub or kind of a match. So I genuinely doubt that will ever happen. And with the players that they have, especially with the defense, that also, like, everybody's talking about Mbappe, Benzema, and everybody, even their defense is rock solid. And bloody Kante can just N'Golo Kante can just run like forever and ever and ever and still not feel tired. So that guy, I think was single-handedly responsible for Chelsea winning the Champions League.
It's a depressed tribute. If you listen to the tonality, it's a depression. It's almost like one of those Bismillah Khan or something performing. There's a sort of sadness to the greatness of this French team, which he's already brought down in peg after peg in terms of politics, racial divides, other issues, and now petty politics amongst the stars. Not stars, but one big star and a lesser star. Let's go wrap up the Euro Cup. We want to talk about cricket as well, and we only have a few minutes. Which other teams excite you? This is one group, but what you've seen so far, if you had to punt,
in general, can I ask you guys, how are you finding Euro in general? Because for me, before yesterday, all the matches were seeming very subpar. Like only yesterday, I felt like
the Dutch Ukraine game was great.
Dutch Ukraine game was great. Sorry, yeah, that was great. But England.
Now you tell me about the ethnicity in the Dutch team. Come on, start.
I'm saying England, Croatia, and all that.
Why can't India do that? Why can't we borrow 2 Croatians, pay them lots of money? I'm sure the time will come. Why can't we have 4 or 5 foreigners who become Indian? They marry here or whatever.
Ghar wapsi.
Ghar wapsi sort of thing.
Yeah. We almost did that with the Australian cricket team after IPL when they could not go back thanks to Australians. Policy.
You play for Gujarat, you play for Vidarbha, you play for Andhra. Yeah, good point. But just give me your top 2 or 3 because it's early days still. It's a month-long tournament. So I know France, both of you guys are saying France is, and everybody knows France is right there. Who else? Portugal?
I'm going to say Italy. I saw them in that first game. Turkey was supposed to be dark horses, and they just brushed Turkey apart. And I really like Italy, and I think they're a good side.
And they got a point to prove because they've been humiliated in the last 5-7 years, missing out on big tournaments, etc.
Yeah.
So you think that plays a part?
Yeah, Italy always does great after a scandal. Italy always does great after scandal, humiliation, or something like that. So Italy historically, Italian football team has always done great in situations like this.
So France, Italy, third pick.
See, Portugal, of course, has to be.
Yeah, it has to be.
Dark horse कौन है? Dark horse कौन है? Who's the
Portugal, Netherlands, Italy, France. In चारों में कोई जीतेगा. This like dark horse would be one of those Serbia, Russia. I mean, with all due respect, but
has Delhi done this to you, Abhijit? Look at the way Karthik talks and the way you talk. I mean, he's also arrogant, but there's a civilization to it.
I'm not
civilized arrogance.
I'm not
Like
arrogant.
a Gurga boy now. What is there? Man, कुछ चुतिया लोग हैं नाम क्या है देश का? वो है कुछ वो left पे आते. I mean, come on, disrespectful, bro. They're giving the greatest tennis player I think of all time now with 19 Grand Slams and time to come. And what a guy he is! I mean, what a guy he is. Really 2 down. And then he comes back and he wins in the canter towards the end. You know what I mean? That guy is superb. What do you quick segue there? You think look, he's 34. He's got at least 2 good years left in him, it looks like. He'll probably go past that 20 mark. And do you think it'll be fair to say that this is the greatest player we've ever seen, or you still go with Federer and Nadal on clay?
Honestly, I already think it's fair to say that he has a better head-to-head record over the 2 of them, unless we're not counting the likes of. Yeah, but then we can go back and I don't know. I wasn't born then, but my dad used to tell me, and I watched videos. Bjorn Borg seemed to be. Lord Laver, Bjorn Borg.
But the head-to-head is not fair to compare. Head-to-head is not fair to compare because they were past their peak when, like, Djokovic's peak is basically.
Djokovic is 1 year younger than Nadal.
Yeah. I'm talking about Federer.
Federer is 13. He'll be 40 in August. I mean, he really should be playing the Masters.
Dude, how much we guys should be rooting for them just for like these guys beating the like 22-year-olds and making them run around at some.
I'm upset because Federer inspires Indian politicians not to give up their seats. वो तो 40 पे जीत जाता है, मैं भी कर सकता है. And they continue because of these examples. But I'm a huge Federer fan. But Karthik, come on, how can we? This guy quietly lets the press go on saying greatest of all time, and he has to pow to them a little bit, sometimes a little cheekily. But at the end of the day, he's quietly climbed up that ladder, and on all 4 surfaces, the record is unblemished.
Yes, exactly. And he's an all-surface player. And the other thing is, I love the fact that he openly says, I'm after these records. He's not like, oh, we are all 3 great and okay, we are all at 3 equal footing. He says, I want to break the 20 Grand Slam record and I want to win this calendar Grand Slam with an Olympic medal. And
even in the beginning of the first lockdown, when he organized that Baltic referees had no work, and for that area, he organized an exhibition tournament, and he was called, the COVID was spread and they all got it, etc. It was called names. His heart is in the right place. He does a lot of charity. He's very cheeky. And all
that toe was fine. The Atria toe was fine. He shouldn't have danced topless in a pub during the same period of time and taking videos with Sasha Zverev and everyone else. That just seemed odd. And
when you have 3 drinks,
he made some anti-vaccination statements or something. No, he got a lot of flack for some anti-vaccination.
According to Ronaldo, According to Ronaldo, he was drinking Coke. That was the cause. They won't be friends. Anyway,
but greatest of all time according to me. I've loved Djokovic since 2009, so I'm not.
And he's a German Shepherd lover, so for me that's another 20%.
Ah, nice.
There you go. Well, Ganguly is very depressed today. He's not gotten over Mbappe in France.
I think it's a German.
These people don't look alike. How can they play for the same team? Hamara jaisa nahi hai. Are you crazy? We are the most racist country in the world. We can't point fingers at anyone.
I'm not saying those things, Cyrus. I'm not saying those things. I
want you to listen to your podcast, listen to your awaz, okay? Your tonality and what you're saying. You're showing a lot of respect to France, but your tonality is depressed. It's almost like, we've lost the war. China has already invaded and you're saying, but they're a good country.
Yeah. I think we can give him a pass because of the result yesterday. I think that is he's
and also I'm
German.
I'm very sleep deprived right now, and after a very sorrowful if you wake up late at night and see your team lose, it's not great. It's not a great
and
feeling.
Then with less sleep you wake up and you see Karthik and me and you're like, what the hell life is this? Fair enough.
Both wearing the same color t-shirt, so I'm
mine is a free shirt. I just wear free clothes. Let's get to cricket because we have to take a break fast, guys. WTC World Test Championship 18th, the two best, I think it's fair. India has almost lost nothing except to New Zealand at home. And New Zealand packs a punch. They fight, they punch above their weight, so to speak. What is this talk? Karthik, you've got on mute for some reason. What is this talk that people are saying that New Zealand will be better prepared with the two tests they had against England?
Absolutely, that's absolutely true. Everything is so stacked up against the Indian team. I mean, it's absolutely true. Because New Zealand already been there for
he's just in the mood.
Two matches. That is absolutely true, but it's so against the team.
I'm just waiting for Abhijit to say New Zealand have an opener who was born in South Africa who just debuted and scored a double century.
I do not know
That is why
three South Africans.
That was a major point I wanted to say. But after the whole France discussion, I was thinking to skip on it.
Bro,
thanks for pointing it out, bro.
You can be a card-carrying member of the ruling party today. You go to the office, some of the philosophy is mirrored. You don't have to worry. Just go there. Okay? Aeroplanes were made in Vedic times.
What is all this? Any white person can play from any white country behavior. This is ridiculous. One day they turn up from here.
The views of Abhijit Ganguly are his views alone. Karthik and me are absolved from that. We are not involved in this thinking. We believe in the sport. It's just great players from both sides playing against each other. Yeah. But having said
this
that,
is absolutely
Conway, Wagner and Granholm. Yeah. So that's three. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. So, but this is absolutely stacked against India because only one match is also ridiculous. So, if it would have been at least 3 test matches, you still have time to get the first 11 also, right? Because right now it's almost a gamble. You have to. What is the first 11 you go with? It's also definitely stacked against India, but.
In Southampton and Aegis Bowl, they say that if it's cold and windy, that first session becomes difficult for batting. So then if you bowl first and suddenly you're 40 for 6, that team is going to have trouble coming back. So these kind of things are there, but then that works for both teams. So I suppose you can't really complain. You lose the toss. Virat Kohli has lost more tosses than anybody in the world.
Virat Kohli is definitely going to lose the toss. That's not even up for debate.
He shouldn't bother going there. He should just say, "Ab decide karke mere ko batao." They should end the matter. 10 minutes of our life saved also.
Mentally be prepared that whatever they want to do, they're going to get the opposite. So yeah, they're absolutely.
Hater of Mbappe, may I request you not to lose heart? We've got the unbelievable superstar bowling attack. Our bowling attack is now second to none at the moment. And in English,
issue is just one match, and you have to get the playing 11 right. They have had 2 attempts to get their best 11 also. So it's
and their openers are on song.
Yeah. And he's right about the fact, because these 2 matches, they've decided that Mitch Santner is probably just not good enough in English conditions. Yeah. So they've gone and gotten Ajaz Patel. Santner will not be playing the WTC final.
Yeah.
So
I think they may not even play a spinner. It depends on whether they say it spins in the 4th and 5th day, but what's the point of playing the spinner to the English?
But there are people in India who are saying they should still play Jadeja, Ashwin both.
So what do you all think? Do we play both? Yeah,
you got 3. Wow. So you bat Pant at 6, then you play the 2 spinning all-rounders, and then you have 3 seamers. But most likely we'll play 1 spinning all-rounder, which will probably be Ashwin. And
Pant at 6 means Vihari doesn't get a slot.
Vihari doesn't get it. Vihari doesn't get a slot in. And that's so unfortunate. And so what about Washington? What did he do wrong? I mean, for me, he was the heart of that victory. Yeah. Washington was absolutely, he's cool, composed. He was a different type of India, the way those guys bat.
Who are the 4 pacers playing for you?
You can't touch Jasprit. You can't touch Ishant in these conditions. I don't think. And they want to give Umesh because of his 150 plus. They want one really fast bowler. So they've gone for Umesh. They've already gone for him in the 15. So he's like a from left field. And then that leaves you with Mohammad Shami. You can't touch him. He's the best swing bowler in India.
Siraj has to play.
Siraj has to play. Yeah.
Siraj has to play because it's swinging conditions and he's India's only swinging bowler amongst all these.
Ishant, you got Ishant and Mohammad Shami for that. You've got Jasprit for everything. He doesn't really swing it. And then you've got the one and only Umesh for just pace. What's the point of taking him in the 15? You're taking Umesh because you want to run really quick bowler.
India's best bowler for the last
I sort of agree with you, but Ravi Shastri clearly is thinking, I want one impact bowler just for if the wicket juices up a little bit. I don't understand why they put him in the 15 otherwise. It makes no sense. Why drag him in? It just doesn't make sense.
I'm certain Siraj for me is definitely Bumrah. Honestly, he's great, and for what he has done and everything, we all know that how good he is. But Siraj for me has to be the first pick because of the fact that it's swinging conditions. He's India's only. Everybody else is mostly a seamer, and he has to be.
I can't see a team sheet after Virat. I can't see a team sheet where the second name is not Jasprit in all three forms at the moment. So it's like Ambrose. You can't just drop Ambrose from a West Indies team in the 90s. It just won't happen.
I think Umesh Yadav is not making.
Yeah, Umesh may not make it, but I don't understand why they put him in the 15 because they had to give that 15 up yesterday. After which we cannot touch the 15. That's because we have a jumbo squad, right? So they wanted the 15 and their 15, and from that you make the actual 11. So why put him in the 15 if you're not going to try to play him? He's not a cover
that way.
bowler.
There will always be 4 people in the 15 who will not play in the 11, right?
Thanks for the match. Listen, Papa, you've had a bad. You go back to sleep. Really, honestly, bro, you're being mean. All because of France. By the way, my honeymoon was in France, and that was only because my wife was working on Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham as a photographer. So she got a free ticket. So cheap me, middle class brochure that I am, I said I have to pay for only one. This is the best honeymoon. As it turned out, I was alone for most of the time. Sorry for another day. Let's take a break, guys. This has been lovely. When we come back, Silvery hates sport. You can tease him as much as you want. All right. Silvery, welcome after the break. Well, I grab my Coca-Cola. Cheers.
Hey, hi guys. Good morning.
Silvery, did you watch France versus Germany?
Oh yeah, I loved it. It was. I was like, it was going to be a close match, and
best
Germany
moment for you.
Win. But then that Germany had much more possession than France, but they were the weaker team. And I'm like, what?
He only heard the first 5 minutes. That's why he must have mentioned that.
Abhijit, I still had hope till the time Timo Werner was put in. Then I was like, chap to gaya chalo. Timo Werner is the biggest klutz. All due respect, I get it. He's definitely not scoring or doing anything. Like his couple of passes when he just like in the match. It's so funny to see him play. It's so cute. It's like,
what would happen to Germans or European footballers if they know that somewhere in India, the Indians who are world rank 114 were criticizing them and making fun of them and scornfully talking about them? From
Then Cyrus, what will happen is they'll come to India like they did during Baichung Bhutia's farewell. They'll beat us 4-0 before halftime and then they'll decide to ease up. That is the way they take
I went to see that match, by the way. I went to see that match.
But you said they eased up after halftime. I thought they were easing up through the whole game.
Yeah, you're probably right.
The guy was texting on the side while kicking the ball and that kind of thing.
No, with Brazil also this happened. With Brazil,
the older team came, no? They were all oldies.
No, when they beat them 7-1, so it was again 4-0 and something, and they had a team talk during the halftime where the coach said, "Hey guys,
beat you up.
these are the host nation. Please don't go that crazy."
That was the talk.
But Schuler apparently missed that team talk. So he went on in the second half and scored 2 goals.
Maybe he's a foreigner who doesn't speak Portuguese. We couldn't understand what the Brazilians were saying. Your point exactly. Coming back to cricket and that point that you mentioned, when Dean Conway spoke at the press conference after man of the match of the test where he made a double century, or man of the series after the thing, his Afrikaans accent is still there. So, that is, when you hear that, and if you know your cricket and you know your accents and all that, it just immediately, because, from the New Zealand lilt to the South African harder, slightly more guttural tone, you start wondering, what the hell? So, Mr. Ganguly, I accept what you're saying a little bit, but, global, MNCs work everywhere.
We work border. This Sam Curran from Zimbabwe comes and play. It's so annoying.
Be honest, the mother is from England, so that allows them to claim citizenship. And
I'm not saying that. Obviously, there are technical aspects. I'm not saying, they should not be.
You're not founding Congress anymore. I'm just telling you.
At least France, it's a different thing. With France, I'm fine with. Okay, it's a cultural thing. It's immigration that is loose.
France is okay. We have Aymeric Laporte, who is French, whose grandmother is Spanish from the Basque region, suddenly decides after 5 years of trying to play for France to switch to Spain. There's a brilliant video where he didn't sing the national anthem too well. So there's some kid who's singing Despacito and the post is like Laporte singing the Spanish national anthem.
That's hilarious to even imagine.
It's a profession first. All this nationalism.
But do you know that, Cyrus, right? A lot of these Brazilian players are also now going to be playing. Already, some of them have played for China and all that. So that's also cool. That's also fun.
No,
isn't it funny?
There are laws in place. It's the same thing about whether Osaka should attend. I'm saying just follow the law. We have to just be grown men about it after some time.
Yeah,
if they follow the law, the grandmothers from the Basque region or whatever the hell, that gives them the Basque region where they're trying to separate every 5 minutes. That gives him which is so ironical. And then he gives him a right to play for Spain. Yeah, fine. I mean,
and he begged
he was playing.
Yeah, he begged to be selected for France and he just refused. Like they selected him once, he got hurt. So, I mean, what do you do, right? I want to play the Euros.
I'm just trying to think which Indian can play for another team. Problem is, because we should have a choice. Who's struggling to stay in the 11?
Immediately after partition, that happened with a lot of cricketers who used to play for India and continued playing, and after that played for Pakistan.
Mohammad Nisar, fastest bowler they say ever from our subcontinent.
Yeah.
Silvery, why are you nodding? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm agreeing with you guys. Like, yeah, perfectly great points.
I one last thing because I want to get the call. You didn't say who'll win. You all said that New Zealand has better luck on this one and going in with better form. But can we win or not? So honestly, who's going to win?
India. Sorry, go. Yeah.
Okay, I'll say 2 matches. I also want to say that the women's test starts today. We're playing after 7 years. We're talking about 3 test series for men. The women haven't played a test match in 7 years. So go watch that versus England. I would think
if you want to play for the women's team, you have to shave. Huh? This is not good.
Yeah.
You open with we're playing after 7 years, so I'm just putting that in. Yeah,
it's a lockdown period, Cyrus. Like I can't do much. New Zealand to be world test champions.
Yeah, New Zealand. You're calling.
Yes.
Mr. Gang.
I can say that things are unfair and all that, but I can never say that. I will always say that no, but India cricket, I mean Indian test team has this time, every time they have been in situations where we just do not expect and things are out of them, they have come back and done crazy things. So because of that, they're so it's like almost the corner Tigers feeling, which went obviously a lot with Pakistan. So
Adelaide, you come back. Gaba, you win from against the run of play again. Good point.
So I would.
Thinking with your heart. Things are being a Bengali again.
Things are stacked up very against Indian team. It's very situation has made it very unfair and everything. But I would still say India is going to win this.
Keep him on the show just for your amusement, no?
I love
just because he's so emotional.
I love the fact
it's gone inside his ass. Now it's not coming out here. Over France, we will diplomatic relations with 22 countries have seized thanks to this one man in this 1 hour podcast. I can't believe the amount of people he's attacked. And now I can't get the South Africans out of my mind.
This.
Now he's put that South African thought in my mind. I'm just thinking 30% of the team is South African. Not right. And with any luck,
funny, no?
we'll meet after a week. And with any luck, Conway scores the winning run or something. Shit. That's it. And Mbappe to be deported to Germany.
And Conway plays in a very Calypso style, incidentally. He plays in a very Calypso style. He has a very Calypso way of playing it.
Just keep going, bro. You're on a roll.
Bizarre.
Wow. Silvery, you seem to be one of those guys who's like, we are speaking German and you're French. Is that it?
No. I'm just thinking that I want India to win. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm the true
patriot. We've gone beyond. It's not a black and white India versus New Zealand. Ganguly has explained that we are playing 4 countries. In every sport, every country is 4 or 5 countries, and that's driving him mad. He can't have a Sida conversation after that. You see, because now you don't. It's a good point. It's all unclear in your head. Who's playing for whom and what's happening. Anyway, let's move on. This has been a wonderful podcast. Second worst I've ever been on. Let's go. Worst me with my mother. That's just horrible. No one should go through that.
Episode. No, that was a great episode.
Put your mom on. Let's see what happens, bro.
Okay. Also, India is qualified for AFC against Afghanistan. So yeah, by drawing against Afghanistan.
Yesterday, you saw that goal that went outside and came inside, and that was so weird. Yeah.
But where does this place us? We're still ranked 100 and something, no?
But we have qualified for the AFC. What is that? The Asian Cup.
Asian Football Championship, or whatever.
Yeah. And the World Cup is not happening, Cyrus. That's
so not Qatar for sure. But then for the next one, honestly, can we ever be in the World Cup? Just give me a year.
Let's host it, na? Simple. Why take tension about qualifying and all? Just we have a lot of
money. Money has to be more invested in this.
Brazil or France or whatever. What the hell?
No, just host it. Simple. Don't worry too much about qualification process and all that. Just
the great Indian. We'll make up with this. This is why I was so angry with that guy who tried to beat Vishy Anand by cheating that Kamath fellow in that exhibition match. I was really angry. One truly great Indian. We have 10 truly great Indians over the years. Let's be honest. We're not cutting actors and celebrities, all these fluff crap shit. We do respect people. And you've got someone like Vishy Anand, tallest of men in India. And this bugger has the gall. I was really angry, I was like,
and all apparently it has come up that all like not all maybe, but apart from Ritesh Deshmukh, 3 of them were using machines, and it is just ridiculous.
Why would they do that? It's an honor to play with this guy. It's for charity. It's all fun. I mean, why would you do that, man? I mean,
and have you seen the whole stream? The actor from South, it's sounding so cringy now when he's saying,
Sudeep.
we don't even understand all this E4, E3 you're talking about. We play cricket also, we'll play, and that's how. And Vishwanath Anand most gracefully is like, in that case, I would really want to say you play cricket, because this is not that kind of the game you have played. It's not that kind of game that just if you play a little bit with friends.
I've had the luck to interview him 3 or 4 times. I've spent some time with him. He's a very normal person and all that is fine, but he also knows he's a genius. So you can't just rub you. When you understand you have actually great people, they don't not know they're great. So what that's the thing.
Him resigning at that point is the best thing he could have done to corner that guy.
It's like sarcasm, It's like, I mean, what more can he do?
No, it is proper checkmate beyond the board. It's proper checkmate beyond the boards. It's like
if you're saying more than that calmer gentleman, why are then Indians who are educated from all these guys are well-heeled Indians, they're not, lower middle class or poor Indians. Why do they not understand that this is what is wrong? For me, this is what is terrible. Not all the other stupid things that people are put in jail for. I find this horrendous that you insult one of the few great people we managed to find in this country, who quietly perhaps has not got enough footage that he should have got first and foremost. And then he goes and does this for charity. And this moron, and now you're saying 5-7 morons are there. That's ridiculous. You can't beat him. You don't try to beat him. You just enjoy the fact that you're playing him. Tomorrow, if you get a chance for Jasprit Bumrah to bowl to you, you're not really going to hit him for 6, right? You just tell your grandchildren, I played Jasprit Bumrah bowled 3 balls and I touched it once.
The fact that he was trying to be slimy around it, because he
didn't apologize. It was not an apology. You can print it.
Apology chodo, even his second last move, he basically took 4 minutes on an easy move because he wanted to lose but on time and have a stronger position on board. So it would be like, hey, I had Vishwanathan Anand on a stronger position and I lost. But so he was trying to be so slimy about it, and Anand was like, screw you.
And his rating is like mine. You go online, it's a 9-year-old boy.
So he would
5-time world champion.
He would never have admitted to it, right?
What?
Had he not been caught, he would never have admitted to it.
He walked out. He had to. They lost pace.
He could have been caught because basically how it started was chess.com barring his profile after they found the accuracy is equivalent to machine. So that would have been probably there, but the fact that became a big news is because, wait, what? Somebody beat Anand? That's obviously a huge deal.
Somebody with an Indian name beat Anand. Okay, the last couple of years he's on his decline, no doubt about that. But can a guy who's an entrepreneur just turn up and beat Anand? I mean, somebody put it beautifully. Can you just wake up and run Usain Bolt?
Love sports, because it's so sacrosanct to us. When somebody trying to do something like that, unethical means it's just so.
My wife said, "Why are you being a hypocrite? It's like Bakra only." I said, "It's not exactly like Bakra." The whole. Yeah, okay. Now he's laughing. So yeah, in a sense, it is Bakra. I take that. But there's also, for me, these are the gods of India. These are the people you don't touch. I got no interest in religious, crap that goes on in our country, but I get really emotional about sports heroes. And we have how many? A few cricketers, this one guy, a couple of badminton players, a couple of tennis players from the past. What's it? At least give them some love, man.
It's literally like you pay you lot of in a charity match or in a boxing match with Mike Tyson, and you go and put metal rings inside your glove and try to knock him out. It's like as shitty as that. Oh God.
The only thing, ironic thing I would like is that anybody who disrespects someone like Anand again, they have to go and spend 2 days in jail with Sushil Kumar.
Oh.
He's still depressed. वो France अभी भी ये सोच उसके mind में. I can see from here. He's still saying Andre, Jacques, Juva, Mbappe. नहीं. He's still not coming to terms. ये French नहीं है.
All right.
We should have him every day for 5 minutes now, because the thing is, he's one of those transparent guys. Now, what you see is what you get. He can't hold back his pain, and he
Cyrus, during the Commonwealth Games or the Asian Games, when guys from Bahrain and all that athletic side comes in, Abhijit should be here.
Oh,
then we'll know.
Wow.
Yeah,
they feel anyone, the rich Gulf countries. They're like, you come here, you're good. Yeah, the passport, you go. Yeah. Then what, bro? Then what? Chalo, kar lo. I've got to go to doctor and pick up certificate.
Okay, next one comes in from Abhik Ghosh. He says, in the WTC, should India go with Pant at 6 and Jadeja and Ashwin at 7 and 8, or Vihari at 6, Pant at 7 and 4 bowlers?
Nah, Pant at 6 for sure for me. I want 5 bowlers. You want to win now. There's no point thinking any other way.
I think both options are wrong. Both of India definitely. Yeah, it's.
So what would you prefer? What would your options be?
Jadeja and Ashwin both can't play for sure.
Not Jadeja and Ashwin both.
It has to be Ashwin, and that's it. Yeah.
Unless the wicket is, you can predict that the 4th, 5th day will turn crazy. No point.
No, but they have already, the pitchmaker has already said that it's going to probably turn a little bit. It's not not very spinner.
So you can't gamble 2 spinners and waste them on the first innings like that. Seriously, so I think 1 spinner for sure and 4 pace bowlers. And go for the. I may like Umesh there instead of Siraj. I know that's upset you.
Siraj is like swinging. East India's only swinging.
First day. We can also get faster on the 2nd and 3rd day. Sometimes, the sheer pace. He'll be the fastest bowler on both sides.
But honestly speaking, I think obviously reputation, everything counts, but form also matters. And Siraj on form is India's best bowler right now. So it would be, for me, it would be harakiri to drop him.
I would not touch Ishant Sharma in these conditions.
Ishant Sharma is for sure.
I cannot touch Shami. For me, he's just more skilled bowler. And he will really use the atmospheric conditions. He's like an English bowler. And then Jasprit, how do you touch Jasprit? So that leaves it's a toss-up.
So Umesh Yadav, for me, with all due respect, I really like the guy, and I know he was very fast and everything.
You want him as a friend.
Like Umesh Yadav, whatever Umesh Yadav can do, I mean, his skill sets are still, copyable by Shami will do better only. So
I'm not talking about him, getting the ball to move off a length or something. I'm just talking about pace. Sometimes you think
Shami is also fast.
He doesn't get you the wickets also, but you put pressure with the pace bowler, especially in a certain situation.
But Shami is as fast as Umesh Yadav.
Exactly, in non-tangible issue that he's bringing. No, he's not as fast. There's no one faster than Umesh in India. Don't just go by the speed guns. Yeah, he's the fastest bowler by a bit. Shami will get the ball to show 149 here and there, so will Jasprit, but this guy's the fastest. What do you say, Silvery? Just don't mention him.
I agree with Abhik Ghosh. I'm like, the first option, Abhik, is spot on for me.
You say, bro, Karthik, what is your opinion on this?
I'm unless you expect New Zealand to just bat once and score 600 in the first innings, you need second innings Shami there. So I'll go with Siraj, Shami, Bumrah, and Ishant.
Also, old ball. You expect them to bat a little bit also. Kill with the old ball. Sorry, yeah.
But then I really don't know I actually want both Jadeja and Ashwin, because Jadeja needs to be there because he's in the form of his life, at least in terms of Test cricket. And how do you drop Ashwin? Yeah, although he may not be good in these conditions, but how do you drop him?
What kind of Tamram are you? What did Ashwin do wrong in Australia, bro? He batted, he bowled, he even fielded well.
But in England, I think it's a bit different. No, in Australia,
Jadeja has the record in England. He has that 86, I think.
Yes. And so I'm actually more than the fast bowlers. I'm struggling. I think this will be bigger in terms of who
openers goes. Openers are left-handed. Then it's all right-handed. The middle order, right? More or less, New Zealand.
Yeah.
So you're looking at then the left arm.
No, but a lot of left-handed. Basically, I think 4 or 5 left-handed. Totally.
They do have a split. They do have a decent.
Williamson. Look at the first test. Williamson, Taylor, 3 and 4.
Yeah, but Henry Nicholls.
Henry Nicholls.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's.
And then who's at 6? Watling. Watling is right.
Yeah, and then it'll be either CDG or Daryl Mitchell. But I think de Grandhomme should play. So that's.
Grandhomme will play because you need a South African at 7. Yeah.
Next.
All right. Next one comes in from Rohit Sharma, not the cricketer, but he asks, talking about cricket, what has happened to England's batting? There seems to be a systemic problem. What do you guys think?
Yeah, they're
England's
not,
batting
because
was
all these
exposed in
guys
Sri
keep playing for
Lanka.
New Zealand. No, the South
No,
Africans.
England's batting was exposed in Sri Lanka.
If your guys go back to November, December, they batted badly in Sri Lanka, except for one guy. They won the series because one guy scored 10,000 runs, Joe Root.
Yeah.
They won the first test because one guy scored 500 runs, Joe Root. And then they went downhill. Who batted? There's the only run maker was one guy. They've had no batting. The openers have been horrible. Crawley got a double century a couple of years back, and they thought he was the next big thing. He's not made a run after that. Sibley, not impressive. Attritional batting an opener needs doesn't seem to be there. I think England's in trouble in the top order for sure. Now, once Stokes comes back and Butler recovers
But
from
we keep
release-
saying once these guys come back, Cyrus. Here's the thing: Joe Root has never had his best 11 since the Pakistan Test, when I think Crawley made that 267. Owen Morgan keeps getting the best ODI 11 every time he wants it.
Morgan
that
is the
is
boss. Yeah.
That is between the English Cricket Board and, how can we? The thing is, where are the openers? You've had Alistair Cook, one of the greats of all time, and then you've suddenly have a plethora of openers. They just keep. No one's really held the spot. Now let's say Rory Burns should make the
He
first
seems
2-3
good.
tests. Seems good, yeah, but I don't know. 1, 2, and 3
If
for me is
If
open.
India lose to New Zealand, they are gonna take all their wrath out on England, and England's definitely gonna be crushed in the series for sure.
Yeah, I
totally
think they're
see
1,
that
2, 3 exposed. They start playing at 4 for me, more or less. Okay, we'll give Rory Burns an extra chance there. So 2 and 3 is exposed. That's a huge thing to have. We don't have that. Although our second opener spot is in question, I was hoping that we go back to Mayank. Because actually, if you look at his form, Gill has not, in 10 tests, he has an average of 30 odd. So if you look at it from match point of view, I think Mayank is really the guy you should have gone with, but whatever.
No, but the
they're
thing
both
is
10
also
tests, by the
that
way.
the thing is that also Gill his IPL was very suspect, so his IPL was not that
no
great.
form to
and
speak of, yes.
so it honestly kind of depends. I mean, that's again why it is so against India, because they did not have like even one match to see who's in form and who's not, and how
They
are they
played each
playing. So
other. KL Rahul 11
that
versus
is-
Virat Kohli 11. And
every day you can do that. No. So
if there's COVID, third wave, that's what we'll be watching. By the way, so be careful. Okay, guys,
and-
last one. I've got to go.
All right. Next one comes in from. One second, I just found a very interesting one. Okay, yeah. This one comes in from Girish Patel. He says, "Are you guys following Copa America? Messi scored a magical goal yesterday."
Same time, yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't win.
But they drew. They drew 1-1, right?
With Chile, yeah. And this Copa America, it has two groups of 5. They're going to play each other all once, and then only one team from each group gets eliminated. Let's watch it from the quarters onwards. It doesn't really matter now.
So
it's worse than the third place team.
You can afford to lose 2 games. You can afford to lose 2 games and not bother.
Yeah, easy.
I like the system. Which is the teams that I support normally. This is always a 50% performance.
This is what I think Super 6 something happened once in Cricket World Cup. Like, it was crazy. What is this going on? Yeah. So,
I miss the old-fashioned tennis style, just quarter, semi-final. My match is not good enough to take all these strange things here. Oh, unbelievable! What are they going to do to us? Simply calculators are. It's going to happen in football as well. 24 teams too much.
The 100 is coming as well. The 100
is coming. 8 teams, but 6 or 8 teams. 8 teams. But quickly, 24 teams too much for Euro Cup. You think maybe 16 would have been better? Or you're okay?
No. I was actually watching 92 and a podcast on 88 and 92 Euros. 8 teams is probably the best. It just seemed every match had
always a school for thought of quality versus quantity in any sport.
Yeah.
You want to take the top whatever percentage and say, look, these guys are now like dogs in a fight where you can't predict. Which now, of course,
but that's like starting any tournament.
Different.
But that's like starting any tournament directly from quarterfinals. I mean, even Champions League or something like that, you have the group stages, so it's fine. Like, if you have a broader tournament.
But there's more intensity and quality in that format. And if you're a real connoisseur of the game, I think you like that. But if you want to spread the game and the game,
see, because that will anyway come. It will come to the quarterfinals, and things will get, because if intensity rising with through the tournament is always a great thing, no, right? Otherwise, it's just.
I get. Yeah. You like your Hindi films. You want 3 hours. You want a full plot. You want the Bachpan ka story. Then he grows up to be Amitabh Bachchan after interval. Sit through the whole damn
thing.
Story
arc होना मांगता है ना. Story arc नहीं है तो फिर तो.
Sir ji, racist story arc होना चाहिए. Otherwise, you won't be happy. Last, bro. I really have to go to the hospital.
All right. Achintya Talapa.or asks, who are your second favorite teams? I think he's talking about the Euro.
But they meant favorite is different from who they. We didn't ask you favorite. We asked you who you think will win. So is there a from the heart who is the favorite, since we can't support India and Europe?
Second favorite team. He wants your second favorite team.
So both 1 and 2, because we haven't nobody. He said Germany, I suppose. Abhijit did.
So,
But Karthik is not
for me, it's Italy as favorite from the heart and Belgium to win the tournament.
वो बेल्जियम भी तो भूल ही गए यार हम नेदरलैंड्स और इटली वगैरह बोल रहे हैं
Belgium भूल ही गए हो. Right now they're busy with the G7. It's not easy for them to concentrate on football at the moment, because in the G7 we have been told to spread freedom of expression and open societies, and we said yes. Okay.
Belgium is Kevin De Bruyne and Kevin De Bruyne is still to come, and Hazard is obviously fat right now. So
past his best years, but that's what we said of Ronaldo.
He's not past his best years. He's just like kind of gained some weight. So gone towards the robust
from racism,
side.
what do we call this now? This is plain abuse. So you moved in a way. You moved.
I'm talking about sportsmen. Sportsmen, if somebody gets weight like you,
Silvery,
you can point out. No?
Chemistry, which I don't know if you watched their show, but obviously Karthik just wants to do this show so he can just get into Abhijit's mind, because just get him to vent, and slowly it all comes out.
I think we have to get Abhijit on football now pretty soon.
Done.
To have a full episode. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right, boys.
For me, it will be Germany and Portugal, first and second. Sorry.
Yeah. For me, it's going to be Mohan Bagan. I've always supported Mohan Bagan from childhood. I'm not going to change.
My grandfather played for Mohan Bagan. Yeah.
Really? Say swear.
Yeah.
Say swear. What's your grandfather's name? I'm googling it right now.
that level Google पे आएगा भी नहीं.
But surname मत दे दो. तू ऐसा मत बोलो कि Sen या Banerjee or something. You give me the full name. I'm googling.
I'm first of all that उतना पुराना टाइम का आता भी नहीं है गूगल पे उस पे. But Madhusudan Ganguly, he played for Mohan Bagan.
What a great excuse, Abhijit.
अरे नहीं मुझे सीरियस नोट नहीं आता यार. मैं क्या करूं, मैंने खुद भी ट्राई किया हुआ है मेरे को.
Pre-East India Company. Pre-East India Company. 1659 or something. Rover Cup final. Okay, boys. Sorry, I have to run. See you soon. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Silvery. Bye-bye.
Bye.